Alright, so we are now on part 2 of day 3 for Genesis January. So we're going to continue on with Genesis 6, and starting paraphrasing of it is a world gone wrong. So, then the people began to multiply on earth, and this is after we just went through Genesis 5 with all the genealogies, and we just got to Noah. So Lamech is still there. He's 777 years old, and Noah is the last person mentioned that was the begot of the begot at the end of Genesis 5. So, then the people began to multiply on the earth, and daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw the beautiful women, and took any they wanted as their wives. Then the Lord said, My spirit will not put up with humans for such a long time, for they are only mortal flesh. In the future, their normal lifespan will be no more than 120 years. In those days, and for some time after, giant Nephilites lived on earth. For whenever the sons of God had intercourse with women, they gave birth to children who became the heroes and famous warriors of ancient times. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on earth, and he saw that everything they thought or imagined was consistently and totally evil. So the Lord was sorry he ever made them, and put them on earth. It broke his heart, and the Lord said, I will wipe this human race I have created from the earth, yes, and I will destroy every living thing, all the people, the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, even the birds of the sky. I am sorry I ever made them. But Noah found favor with the Lord. So, of course, we start creation, and God is saying that everything is good. He looked at it, and he was like, ooh, I did my thing. And then by the time we get here, only, chapter 6, he's like, oh my God, what are y'all doing? So, sin happens, we screw up, and God is a little bit upset, more than a little bit upset. His heart is broken. Most of us know what's coming next, but to see the earth in such a way where so quickly he's just like, you know what? He didn't even feel like it was. I don't know if it was necessarily a mistake, but he says, I'm sorry I ever made them. That's really deep. Because it really just go from it's good to what in the world. But for the sake of one, but Noah found favor with the Lord. So, the story of Noah. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on earth at that time, and he walked with close fellowship with God. Noah has 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So I wonder also how he was doing too, because you know how Enoch also walked in close fellowship with God, and he just, went away. I wonder if that would have happened to Noah, if things had been a little bit different. But now God saw that the earth had become corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all living creatures that have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them all out along the earth. Build a large boat from cypress wood and waterproof it with tar inside and out. Then construct decks and stalls throughout this interior. Make the boat 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. Leave about an 18-inch opening below the roof all the way around the boat. Put the door on the side and build 3 decks inside the boat, lower, middle, and upper. So also, this is a lot for one man. This is a big boat. This is not, I feel like boat is too small to really encapsulate this. This is more of a yacht, to be honest. This is a wooden yacht toward the beginning days of humanity. And this yacht is huge. So aside from all this work that essentially only 4 people are doing, I also feel like, is this dangerous? Because he's supposed to waterproof this yacht with tar. And I don't know if anyone else has seen, a popular children's movie about some cavemen, but Like, tar is sticky, tar is hot usually. How is he getting this tar? That's like, this is really and truly something where it might have seemed like too tall of an order or too much to do. But when God tells you to do something, he'll make it possible. I don't know how it was possible, but I don't think that's for me to necessarily know, because some things are just God possible. Some things aren't humanly possible. So with the help of the Lord, he built this giant yacht with tar to waterproof it. And God says to Noah, look, I'm about to cover the earth with a flood that will destroy every living thing that breathes. Everything on earth will die, but I will confirm my covenant with you. So enter the boat. You and your wife and your sons and their wives bring a pair of every kind of animal, a male and a female, into the boat, and you will keep them alive during the flood. Pairs of every kind of bird, every kind of animal, and every kind of small animal that scurries along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. Be sure to take on board enough food for your family and for all the animals. So Noah did exactly as God commanded him. So I think that's also really, really beautiful too, because God is a God of provision. So even though he's upset with everything, he still saw that enough of what he created was good for it to continue on in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And not only that, but not even just for it to continue on, but to make sure that there's enough food. This is going to be a long flood. He didn't tell Noah how long the flood was going to last. He just said, make sure you have enough food for the flood that's going to come. So, how much food is that? Did Noah not know? Because that's a lot of food for an unknown period of time. But despite all the unknowns, Noah still did everything exactly as God had commanded him, through faith and through obedience. And that's something that I'm going to try my best to do, because there are some really good people in the Bible, some people that God favors and God loves, and there's something that I feel like can be learned from all of them. So the traits that are looked favorably upon, I'm going to do my best to really uphold, because really and truly, he didn't know how long. He didn't know, like, imagine if someone just said, build a yacht, you and your 3 kids build a yacht and get some tar from over there in that pit. Get some tar, some hot tar, and waterproof it. Oh, and I'm about to send every single animal on earth to you. Have enough food for you and all the animals. Yeah. But he did it. So, yeah. So concludes day 3, Genesis 6, and the beginning of the story of Noah. I hope you guys come back tomorrow, and if you have any questions or want to have a little discussion, go for it. I have not studied theology. I took one Bible class in college on the New Testament, and this is the Old Testament. So I have questions that I want answered. This is more just, again, me trying my best to get closer to God any way that I can. And if you want to participate, join. I have no issue with that. I would love any discussion that you guys are willing to have. Hey, see you tomorrow.